Film rooms are the forum where strategies are discussed and victories are born. Each person there has a voice and a chance to step forward with what they believe is the key to this week's game. The regular season has reached its halfway point, and as the team looks ahead to the rest of the year, it's time to check in with players and set the goals that will drive them the rest of their season.
Well, no snow in the forecast, but the wind was whipping off of Lake Erie and into Highmark Stadium, just south of Buffalo, New York. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup, and we are all set to go, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Jason Sanders to kick off for Miami.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48 there. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by their quarterback at 6'5". That's Josh Allen.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Allen. Incomplete. You talk about this Miami defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
Allen from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. Taking it about the 16. Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Looking to put a drive together. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. You see the numbers on the ground a week ago for Achane. 11 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him out of the end zone for this one.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. The Dolphins at 6-2 to start play. They come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And quite frankly, there wasn't a whole lot to draw on in the loss last week because they were dominating every phase of the game. You got to hope that they show a little more life in this one because they certainly didn't have it in their last outing.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling, and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll run for it with Achane. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard.
That's good for a Dolphins first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Let's go now.
Again, it's Achane. And he stopped immediately there. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. They set up. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Now Wilson wants a different look. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilkins. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Achane. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. The Dolphins can't convert on 4th down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The Bills' offense, led by their running back, headed out for the 2nd possession. We show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. And you can see where he's right up there amongst the league's best at finding the end zone. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, an unfortunate time for the penalty there. That cancels out a positive play from this offense.
Well, not to sound too trite or too accepting, but you and I both know it happens. You got to accept it and move on. Yardage, you got to get back. Focus on the next play and move on.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Now Allen off the bootleg. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack.
At the 43-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. That'll go for a gain of 7. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. From midfield, here's Allen. Completes to Shakir once again. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And that'll skip out of bounds inside the 20 at the 17-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways.
Taron Johnson made the stop. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Buffalo. Right back to Achane on second down. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for the Miami touchdown. Devon Achane hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's second down.
Good, sure hands there from a guy not accustomed to catching a whole lot of passes. But how about the way he was able to pull that one in and pick up good yardage?
319. What's that?
Here's Allen to throw it. And that's going to be incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Allen off the play fake. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Bills' 34-yard line.
Okay, ready?
Achane here, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now this is picked up, and now off to the races down the right side. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7.
Ties the game at 7.
The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Dolphins offense and running back Devon Achane making their way back out. And he has made his presence felt in the ground game already in this first quarter. They might very well lean on him the rest of the way. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Pick made by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Motion man is Shakir. Allen going to throw. Shakir hauls it in. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Throwing now is Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
That's good for a Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the
Allen.
40-yard line.
This to the tight end, Kincaid. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, 1st down.
Bills 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
319. What's that?
And again, it's Allen. That is caught at the 7-yard line. Will go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. at the 5-yard line.
Here's Allen. This is caught. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead.
I like a fancy playbook as much as anyone, but sometimes, certain situations, they just call for doing the basics.
That's what they did. Gave it to the big boy, and he got in for 6. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
14. Dolphins.
So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. And able to get this out to the 25. The Dolphins offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half. He's putting up some big numbers already, and we have yet to reach halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Short throw caught by Dulcich. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 14.
Here's Wilson to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Same connection. Dulcich once again. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 31. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Achane. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Wilson will throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from evening this one up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Jason Sanders will kick off for Miami.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And here come the Bills. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
180!
Allen now looks to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Coleman. So the completion good for 6 yards. 3rd and 7 now.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Allen. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Kenneth Grant make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Dolphin football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles. It was better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. To throw is Wilson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. T.J. Sanders able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now he'll tuck this and run. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Ready, break! Tag! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Now Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. So on fourth down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
It's caught by Coleman. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 43-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
319!
And the tight end goes in motion left. To the air, Allen. That one out wide and intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The 20. And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. Now the try here for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
So a tremendous play there defensively to force the turnover and turn it into 6 points. But now while that was going on, we do have an injury there on the field.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Dolphins taking over now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Wilson getting right back to it after the pick six.
That's taken in by Dulcich. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
A gain of 14. First down, Miami.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing is Wilson. He finds his man complete. It's Wilkins. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. It's week 9 of the regular season, basically the halfway point of the year. So let's get into it. Here are the highlights. Our journey through the NFL starts now, and it begins at Arrowhead. The Chiefs at home to take on the Browns. And here goes Isaiah Pacheco. He gets a seal here, and up the alley he goes. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints. They're hosting the New York Football Giants. And here's Wan'Dale Robinson. One of his 2 touchdown catches in the game coming right here. The Giants get their 6th victory as this win moves them to 6-2 on the season. Lastly, let's go over to MetLife Stadium. The Jets taking on the Raiders. Oh, and it's Ashton Genty. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Raiders close out the first half of the season with a victory as they move to 6-3 on the year. A look now at the rest of the scores around the NFL as we reach the halfway point. Meanwhile, in our game, both teams have been able to move the ball effectively. It might be a question of which defense can make a stand in the second half. As we send you back out to Brandon and Charles.
The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46. The visitors' offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying. But nothing that they have done has worked so far. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now it's 2nd and 10.
At the 46-yard line.
Now Wilson. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll be down at the 46, where they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Up the middle, Achin. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
5-yard gain on the play. That's good for a Dolphins first down. A gain of 5. And the Dolphins first down.
A run straight ahead with Achin. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. On the handoff, it's Achin. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon Achin. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, he was already over 100 yards running the football prior to this play, but this run may be his best yet.
I've got to agree with you on that one. We're looking at a guy running with extreme confidence, running in harmony and sync with his blockers. All of them kind of moving as one. And look at the end result. Big plays.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Devon Achin who finished things off with a touchdown reception. nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Oh, what a move. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the third as they have their first possession of the second half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
Now Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 1 now.
3rd and 1.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills first down.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he's got this down to the 35. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line. Operating from the gun, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Here's a 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
Allen going to get it quickly out to Coleman. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 12-yard line.
16 yards. That's another Bills first down.
Now Cook, he's got it off the draw. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Motion man is Shakir. They run it again with Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
3rd and 9.
From the gun, it's Allen. And Allen going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. 168 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. They'll give this to a champ. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, As many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
First down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And going deep for Hill. And got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 38. Now it's Wilson. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
A run now from Achane. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
What an advantage having a lead guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Achane gets it from the gun. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
First down 10 at the 26-yard line.
Wilson. Now he's going to step up and run. And they'll get this down to the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain.
He's been making himself a weapon as a runner, and the results, they've been welcomed by his offense. My question is about the defense we're watching right now, partner. Even after he got him with a scramble earlier this drive, they still aren't devoting enough attention to him. I would expect that after that carry, they'll do a much better job going forward, spying on him on passing downs.
That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The tackle made at the 3-yard line. On 2-yard.
So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now it's Wilson. He'll try to pick it up himself, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Zach Wilson taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that one a long 11-play drive.
And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off.
Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Bills ready to take over. The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. And they need their best drive of the game right here. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
A gain of 4.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
At the 25-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Allen. This is Coleman with the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
16 yards.
7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Rasul Douglas there to get him down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Has his man, it's Shakir. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. The Bills on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
This offense making its way back out, led by their running back. And he's run the ball well to this point in the season, right there in the mix for NFL leaders in rushing. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson gets this one to Hill. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Wilson on the keeper. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
1 yard. And the Dolphins first down.
This is Achane. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Down inside the 20. Wow, 204 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Play action. Now Wilson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
But this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground, because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
Wilson. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Motion man is Shakir. Here's Allen. Batted by the safety, but caught anyway. And he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it as he gets wiped out on that one.
2nd and 9.
They'll send the tight end in motion. Allen. A short throw pulled in by Kincaid. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Number 86, Dalton Kincaid. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and
Coleman,
1.
the man in motion right. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Bills' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Bills 1st down.
Here's Allen to throw it. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. It's going to be a nice pickup, but he also takes a pretty good lick at the end of that one. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now Allen. Shakir hauls it in. Here's a 2nd and 7. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's 2nd down.
Regular.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Allen. And he will find his man on the outside. What can they come up with here? It's 3rd and 7. To throw is Allen. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Allen.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bills have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Let's go.
We've got to have two hands on the football here as they run on first down.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. First down marker at the 31. It's third down.
Let's go now.
Now a run by H.M.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Allen and the Bills now, down 31-28, a little under 40 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down.
Now Allen.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective.
Here's Allen. Allen going to run with it. And he's going to pick up a first down here as that clock continues to run.
And there's the spike. It stops the clock at 22 seconds remaining.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Throwing is Allen. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's 4th down.
One final try here for Allen. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
On the set. Here we go. Set. 6, 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal. Let go.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Maxwell Hairston. And the Bills come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys can win in the air. This time, though, it was a defender who got up there, and that was the end of the ball game. Close one throughout. One team just had a little bit more at the end than the other.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.